I ain't mad, I don't wanna sound mad, I feel marvelous. D block, double R, fucking faggots. You gon' handle this like grown men, you won't win. You don't even feel comfortable in your own skin. I rap my ass off, I'm fighting a champ with the glass jaw at the Garden of Nassau. See me, couple hood niggas behind stars. I heard you put a couple good niggas behind bars. I might never sell that much, but you could bet your last 2 quarters I never tell that much. Picture Kiss not come out swinging. It's like going to see 50 at a show and he don't come out singing. Yeah, you got a felony, but you ain't a predicate. Never the king of New York, you live in Connecticut. You don't be in the hood, you be in the woods. Fucking with me, so you really gon' be for good. I hold a 4-5 myself and hop out the range on 145 myself. This is a true fact. Since when has it become cool to get shot and not shoot back? Trackmaster shelf you, brave hearts helped you, then everybody felt you. Now I gotta melt you. And don't try to pull rank on Kiss, cause the niggas I'ma send to do it ain't gon' miss. Be laid up stiff, I spit straight up piff. I did real songs with Big, no made up shits. And I don't got a problem with clout. You ain't get shot again yet, so what's your second album about? Your raps are preschool. You made a lot of money, now be cool. Before I swell up your lips like seafood. Now get a mic check, you don't stand a chance to dance with me, dog. Your steps ain't right yet. Block is just fine, homie, the D straight. Most likely your new CD is a weed plate. Bunch of love songs, 100% pure garbage. Just something to break up buds on. You should just sell clothes and sneakers, cause out of your whole camp, your flow's the weakest. I'm in the town where the young boys is clapping. You running around with the lieutenant and captain. It'd take a lifetime to see Kiss. You had to get shot 9 times to be rich. Rat ass nigga, you's an animal. You's a motherfucking animal. Pig ass nigga, you's an animal. You's a motherfucking animal. Snake ass nigga, you's an animal. You's a motherfucking animal. Matter of fact, you ain't no animal. I'ma show these motherfuckers how to handle you.
Apologies for being in my wrestling gear. You know, I have a training school, as everyone should know, because I actually do some work, unlike you, Citi. But I heard your little pipe bomb, and I gotta say, I asked for the Defiant one, and well, you know, I have to say that response absolutely bored the living shit out of me. Citi, is that all you got? Running down the list of every generic response that everyone's ever said to me? Let's see, taking shots at my family. Check. Well, I'm sorry, it was just my wife. What are you going to do next? Attack my daughter? Attack my long-lost brother? Attack my sister? Attack my sister-in-law? My brother-in-law? Who's your next target, Citi? Because it's honestly the same old shit I've been hearing for 14 years. Every time someone doesn't have a response for me, they always go after my family. Every single time. Alright, next one on the list. Attacking my record. My legacy. Well, I'll get to that one in a minute. This one's exclusive just for Citi. Saying racist shit and claiming I'm a racist. Well, there's a check right there. And finally, saying meaningless jokes that add up to nothing and have no purpose. Check. You've went down every checklist of every response I've ever gotten. Hell, you even said, all you do is yell angrily. Do I sound like I'm yelling, Citi? Honestly, right now, I'm as cool, calm, and collected as you could be. We ain't going in a DeLorean going back 10 years. The only reason I was yelling and I was angry when I delivered my warning was because it's been 6 years. And and when I was in BMH, you didn't say shit to me. Remember when you came out and won that belt from won that belt in the back from Jax? When you came out to the ring, I told you to get in this ring and bring it on. And you took your sorry ass and went through the crowd. Like a bitch. But whenever I left BMH, whenever I wasn't in BMH, you always took shots at me. So finally, I got tired of it. After 6 years of you taking shots at me behind my back. And that's all it was. So yeah, I yelled. Yeah, I screamed. Yeah, I went old school Chris. But honestly, now that I've heard your response, I'm honestly wondering why I even bothered. But before I continue with you, let me give somebody else their little 15 seconds of fame. What the hell was her name again? Does anybody know? Sounds like a video game. Oh, it is a video game. Oh yeah, Destiny, that's it. Destiny, how about you take your wrinkly ass tits that look like two deflated balloons 3 days after the birthday party, and how about you bungee jump your wrinkly ass back onto Citi's micro penis, because that was the only moment in time that anyone ever gave a rat's ass what you said, what you were going to say, or whether or not you were in the room, was because Citi was fucking you. And ever since then, your little old ass has gotten so old and tired that hell, the nursing home seems like a better place than you than BMH. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Something I've been hearing for 14 years. Every championship I've won has been in companies I own. Well, that's kind of funny, since technically the only company I own parts of is CPW. And at CPW, I only own 10%. And that's just because Monk finally convinced me to take it. That's about it. But let's really run down the list, shall we? How many of my championships, of my world championships, that you saw at the beginning of this video, how many of them have been in companies that I owned? Or that I was a big star in? Or that I was considered the hometown boy, the homegrown boy? That would be one. And that is a belt I won twice. The Raw Relax Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship, and that was 10 to 11 years ago. Out of 12 World Heavyweight Championships, only 2 have been in a company I was a mainstay in. Every other championship was from other companies that I had no part of. That I got to the top and got to those championships through my own hard work. Why? Because every Johnny come lately, starting with Ray Giddis, was the first one to point it out, and back then he had a point. Was that I hadn't earned where I've gotten. And you know what? Like I just said, he was right. At that point in time. Right now, he wouldn't say that. Because every single time I heard that, I went outside my comfort zone. Every single time. Every single time I went outside my comfort zone. I went to CCL. I went to DCA. I went to COH. I went to BMH. I went to Rebellion. I went to SPW. I went everywhere in car wrestling / digital wrestling. I went everywhere. Why? To prove. To prove that I was not some spoiled, rich white boy that was given a silver spoon in the world championship. That I earned what I got, and I earned where I am. And I did. I earned every bit of it. But let's talk about you, Citi. Since you are the one that brought it up, let's call spade a spade, Citi. Let's call spade a spade. How many world championships have you won? I mean, come on, Citi, you were honest during your little pipe bomb. Because yes, you've been doing this longer than me. Yes, I will admit that is correct. You've been doing this longer than me. But now let's be honest again. How many world championships have you won? What is it now? Up to 30? 40? Oh, yeah. Is it 50? I bet it's up to 50 now, right? And how many of those world championships have been world championships in companies that you mainstay? How many of those world championships have been in companies you own? All of them. Wow. Kind of seems like to me, Citi, all you did during that pipe bomb was having the pot call the kettle black. All it seems like you did. But hell, it's not even that. You were pointing fingers at me when, as the old saying goes, when you point one finger at somebody, 4 point back at you. And that's what happened. All four of your other fingers were telling the truth and pointed right back at you. But now that I've gotten all of the easy stuff out of the way, let's get to everything else, shall we? Your jokes. My heavens, can you get a new joke book? You've been doing the same damn stick since I first met you 6 years ago. And honestly, from everything I've heard, I finally figured you out, Citi. Seriously, I finally figured you out. Let's see. Back in the day, you hung around a steroided up big man who couldn't keep a shirt on. And you palled around with a naked dude named Delinquent. And all throughout your little pipe bomb, in quotations, all you talked about was chicks with dicks. I think I finally figured you out, son. You're gay, aren't you, Citi? You're queer, aren't you, Citi? I mean, come on. Citi. You don't have to hide anymore. This is the year 2023. I bet if you finally come out and admit that you've been in the closet for the past fucking 6 years, or hell, the entire portion of your career, that you've been stuck in the closet, I think you would have one hell of a new fan base. You would have tons of LGBTQ members just flooding over to support you. I can just hear it now. Citi coming out of the closet. Hey everybody, guess what? All this time I've been playing for the other team. And now some people are probably wondering, well, but Chris, what about the chicks he's fucked? Well, I got an answer for that too. Since we never really have ever really seen anyone else fuck them, it's clear that every chick that Citi has fucked must have been a chick with a dick. Like I said, it perfectly makes sense. And it's also if you come out, Citi, it'd be a very smart move. Because hey, think about it. If I punched you, people would just say, hey, Chris punched a gay. And I'd get in trouble. But if you somehow, by some minor miracle of God, find a way to beat me, I'll get laughed at because I got beat by a queer. See, it's a win-win for you, Citi. Why don't you just come out and admit it? Why don't you just come out of the closet? Because, I mean, hey, my warning shot really hit you where it hurt. I bet it would really hurt your little current fan base if they knew you've been in the closet the entire time. I bet that really hurt a lot of people's feelings. Or at least some of them. Hell, Citi, you'd really find out how big of a fan base you got. And speaking of questioning fan bases, Citi, I wouldn't really question my fan base. Nah, I wouldn't really do that. Since I know you're not good with mathematics, but I can easily put the biggest video you've been in and put it up against the biggest video I've been in, and there is no comparison. My views would be significantly higher. You see, Citi, another one of your questions was, maybe I should say it the way you were saying it. What makes you so dangerous? Huh? What makes you so dangerous? Huh? What makes you so dangerous? What makes me so dangerous is that back in the PS3 days, unlike you, I was running a 10K race with a bunch of Olympic gold medalists. Every single one of them had all run their relay races and had won gold medals at the top of their field. And I was trying to catch up with every last one of them. And now, with some of them MIA, some of them semi-retired, and others fully retired, I'm the only one left. And the difference between then and now is I've won my relay races. I've won my gold medal. Because I've been everywhere in this community. Everywhere in call wrestling. Everywhere in digital wrestling. I've been there. And I did what no one else can say, especially you, can say they've done. I took on the best and went at the best. You have been with your 10 friends for so long, you think you have some type of legacy. You have some type of popularity. Oh yeah, you can get a bunch of idiots to laugh at you, Citi. But in the end, what's going to happen is that they're all going to eventually walk away from you. Because they're going to realize that you are just a one-trick pony. I just right now tore apart everything you said, piece by piece by piece by piece. And showed all you said was nothing. You said nothing. Your little pipe bomb was a dud. Your little pipe bomb was a popcorn fart. If that's the best you got against me, then my next shot at you will be fatal. Because in the words of the raging redneck Ray Giddis, or at least to paraphrase Ray Giddis, the next time you step up to me, you'll get dealt with. Bitch.
Check. Maximum volume.
Now if I drink until my rain over, that'll equal one hell of a hangover. Fuck it, tell the waiter bring another drink over. To celebrate a checkmate, game over. Although they hated, I finesse. A mess elevated to the greatest of the best. Aggravated and I never gravitated to arrest. And I'm way more underrated than the rest. Now the game over. And I will post a lot of content on social media, doing it with a conscience. And in return, I will read a lot of nonsense as I'm finger twerking through them comments. Got a nigga palm tense. It's feeling like arthritis. Divided, but my purpose in life is try to unite us. Keeping it 300, I'm feeling like I can guide us. That's a metaphor to say that I'm feeling like Leonidas. It's time to activate the consciousness, and I ain't in it for them compliments. Wonder why he's overconfident, cause he know his talent needed overseas in other continents. And now the game over. That mean I'm headed for the throne, y'all. Pretty women that return my phone call. And that just goes to say I showed y'all. Hate to say I told you so, but look, I told y'all. Now if I drink until my rain over, that'll equal one hell of a hangover. Fuck it, tell the waiter bring another drink over. To celebrate a checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over. Fuck it too. Game over. When you pass off like a shoulder way before the chip, you get treated like a Laker way before the ships. So I focus on your foes when your folk flip. You need to focus on them niggas that you rolling with. Pair of cojones and they holding it. Bag full of money, everybody try to soak in it. But try to start a business and you notice it, that you was all alone until you opened it. Niggas hated on me, now that thing cooking. Overconfident is how they team looking. I focus my attentions on this girl because it's obvious that every king shookin' when his queen took it. Cause that's a checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over. Checkmate, game over.
Good game.